So the defense is great. DeMeco is a defensive coach. But, okay, this was, I guess we give Nick the credit for the draft picks, right? Nick gets the credit for the draft picks.
Yeah. If he has to take the blame, he gets the credit.
Right. But, okay, so they wanted CJ. The owner wanted CJ. But DeMeco said, I need to have Will Anderson Jr. as well. And Nick Caserio worked it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, got the job done.
Have your cake and eat it too.
Right. And he did. But but DeMeco said, I got to have this guy. He's got to have some credit for that too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they could have just gone, okay, we got the second overall pick. We're taking CJ. And then, you know what? We got another pick in the next round. We got all our, we're not going to, we'll just do that. But the new head coach said, this is what I want. This is what I need.
Right.
Right. So he's got to get some credit for that too.
Uh-huh.
Stingley, that's a Caserio deal, right?
Yeah.
That's a Caserio deal.
Oh, well, DeMeco wasn't there.
Yeah.
I mean, now Lovey might have had some say-so, but
no.
I mean, Caserio is not – everyone knew Lovey was a short-time option. So he's not making picks for Lovey's defense. He's making the best pick possible at corner.
Petrie was
and he's right.
Yeah.
Stingley's better than Sauce.
He's way better.
He's right. It's like it's case closed right now.
Right. It was hard for a while, and that's why you got to always – because the first year, you blew it. Caserio did it
year
again.
one looked bad.
It was bad. It looked like a whitewash that you know what, you blew the pick just like you blew the pick the year before. So you know what, he's terrible at this. Blah 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 blah. Lassiter, signing Danielle Hunter, Aziz. Now Aziz, you probably credit DeMeco.
Yeah, that's DeMeco's guy.
That's DeMeco's guy. Christian Harris was probably.
I think a lot of the free agents will be DeMeco picks. That's my guess. It's different on some teams. So if you look at everyone they've brought in, it feels like a DeMeco guy.
Is it more the guys and the talent? Is it the scheme? Let's not forget now, DeMeco gave up the play calling, and it's better than ever.
How about Matt Burke?
Matt
some
Burke.
Credit. We don't ever talk about Matt Burke. Why not?
Yeah.
We talk a lot about Nick Cayley, but Matt Burke is running. So here's Nick Cayley. He gets all the talk. Why does a guy with the elite defense never get talked about?
Yeah.
And this is what I don't like.
And they took a huge step when Matt Burke took over.
Yeah, and this is probably having a dad and a brother who have been lifelong coaches. But I think it's truly unfair that when a unit plays great, if C.J. Stroud plays great, it's always C.J. Stroud's great.
Yeah.
And if C.J. Stroud doesn't play great, it's the play caller, and it's something else. If the play caller's bad, if you think he's bad when things are going bad, then is he good when it's going good? I mean, if he's getting the blame, he should get the credit. That's the way it works. If you say that this guy's responsible for the performance of this unit, then when the defense plays really well, then it can't just be Will Anderson and Stingley and Petrie. I know that's what it feels like because they're making plays, but you don't say the same thing when offensive players don't execute and make plays. You say it's play calling. Well, how about we give some love to the coordination of a defense where you understand coverages, the coverages you need to deploy against their tendencies, where you know what to take away, where you scheme. You know, I think one of the things that Matt Burke does that's really smart is he doesn't do too much. He's not trying to throw exotic blitzes out there. For what? I can go get pressure with 4. Why am I going to take a man out of coverage when I can cover with 7 and I can rush 4 and get pressure with 4? Why am I going to take one of my men? So he doesn't try to get cute, and that's one of the things I like about Burke is he just said, man, we got some dogs. I'm just going to go let them hunt. I'm not going to get tricky with twists and all that. I mean, he runs some twists, but mostly he just lets his players rush, and he changes up coverages. And I think he does a great job, and we never talk about Matt Burke.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought him up because I never talk about him either.
Yeah. So, I mean, listen, the players are playing outstanding. They've got so much talent. Nick Caserio has his role in bringing. I don't know how much the free agency, what he wants to bring in versus what DeMeco wants to bring in, but his picks are on him. You can't. And that's another thing. Well, that's a DeMeco pick. We used to do that with Casserly, right? Hey, guys, Vic wanted this, see? Hey, that's not my pick.
Well,
every pick is on your resume.
Charlie would make sure people found out when picks weren't his picks.
Right.
If he didn't like them. Like Jason Babin.
Right.
Jason Babin, that's Vic Fangio. Oh. Man, are you on the same team or not?
Yeah.
I give Nick and Nick came from New England where there's always alignment. Whether you like it or not, in good teams, there will be debates and there will be fights in draft rooms. And in good organizations, I think everyone has a voice. Now, how much it counts,
in
that
New
changes.
England, no, that's not the case, though.
But and I know that and that's not the
that wasn't the
that's
case.
not
anyway.
the case, and that's where you start having failures because you have a single-minded authoritarianism where it's only one set of thoughts and no one, and there's nothing to push back, and that's bad. It's not good. It's when there's no diversity of thought in anything, in any concept of life, it's bad. When there's just one way and that's the only way, it never works out. And I've talked to
6 Super Bowls, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's because they coasted on not just Brady, but the great players from early on in the process.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, he does get credit for that. It flamed out because of him too. Like it got really, really bad. But you look at other organizations, they have fights. Like they get really mad at each other.
You got a lot of insight into the Colts organization.
Oh my God,
Ballard
I'm not
says, sure. Are you sure everybody does it like that?
Chiefs do it like that. Ballard was there too, causing problems. But Chiefs do it like that. At least they used to. It's gone more groupthink, from what I understand. But not everyone is like that. But the Rockets. Dennis Lindsay used to tell me that Rudy would go around and everyone got an opinion. Everyone that was all of the personnel guys, all of the coaches got to voice their opinion on a player. Everyone got to say something. And I don't know if it's like that with the Texans or not with Nick Caserio over there. I don't know if James Lipford is going to get a say-so. He's been around for a long time. But I do like that the head coach and the offense and the GM are in alignment. Like there's an alignment there, and if they disagree, they'll disagree, but it never gets public. We don't hear about, once a guy's picked. So this is how it works. I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. No, guys, let's go watch a tape. This is not happening. We're picking him anyway. Hey, he's our guy. I want him to succeed. Hey, that's a good pick. That's what you become.
Is that why Brian Flores is out in Miami?
Well,
I mean, it was pretty obvious he didn't want Tua.
Well, that was after they had Tua. That was after they had Tua for a while. He wanted Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
And he didn't want Tua anymore. Yeah. He wanted Deshaun Watson. I think he was, you can ask Dell, like he was belligerent. He was belligerent and was an a-hole to the owner and to the GM. Like that's not alignment. You have to have and Bill O'Brien and Rick. So if you want to know, I mean, Bill O'Brien and Rick Smith butted heads. Bill O'Brien didn't think he was a quote unquote real football guy.
Yeah.
And Rick, frankly, was a better GM than Bill O'Brien was. I don't know about all the other stuff, but I do know this. Bill got who he wanted, a real football guy, and Brian Gaine. And then Bill saw a chance to make a move and incorporate all the power into one, and he and Jack knifed Brian Gaine in the back, who was a real football guy.
Yeah.
So if you don't have alignment, your team has a great chance of failing unless you have incredible ownership. And incredible ownership will make sure that, like I give Stephen Ross credit. He said, Flores has had some success, but we got to get him out of here. This is too toxic in here. And now he got rid of the GM in the middle of the season because he recognized that was a problem. So what I'm trying to say is, Dell, you've got an incredible owner. Congratulations.
Yeah. No, he's got a problem over there.
I would love to cheer for the Dolphins. It looks really good. I like that Mike
McDaniel. I just saw a story about the Titans saying Callahan wasn't ready for the toxic atmosphere that it was and all the politics that go on in the Titans organization. That ain't changing.
No.
And they ain't going nowhere.
And by the way, they've had some good football people over there, too. John Robinson, they've had some good football people. Rand Carthen ran him out of there. A.J. Highsmith got to spend 1 year there before they got rid of him because Rand Carthen hired him. It's a mess over there. You're right. And guess where it starts?
At the top.
At the top. It's
where
a mess
our
at the
owner
top.
goes around with his hand up, high-fiving the quarterback.
That's right.
For 3 days.
We have an owner who has made one of the great
comebacks
and shifts in league history.
Yes. No.
In league history. The rebrand for Cal McNair is one of the most PR crisis companies. Firms
need to study this.
They need to study what's
this
happening.
Should be
they need to go to
college course.
I mean, Hannah McNair can run a PR crisis.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
That was one of the
worst.
And the fact that they didn't have a better microphone at the time to pick that up. If you're going to do Black Lives Matter, knowledge is power during the 2020 year, that whole movement, and then you get something where it's done off of a computer 40 feet away, and it's that level. Like, none of that was good.
No.
Now Cal is beloved. You used to couldn't remember, John, when the Texans would tweet something like "Happy Birthday," they'd say something like "Happy Birthday." It could be innocuous. "Happy Birthday." Who was a quarterback then? Deshaun Watson. It doesn't matter. "Happy birthday, Deshaun Watson." You're a bunch of clowns. You losers. You and the account was just like. I just thought that
they couldn't put anything.
You can't tweet anything. Toy drive for orphans. You should never be around orphans. You're the ones who are making us sports orphans. And it's just like, oh my God! Now
sell the team.
Have you seen it now? It's not one negative comment.
Love
a Cal
nothing.
thing. You could post anything with Cal in the past.
After the game, it felt like my parents died watching you guys play. What? Wait a minute.
I know.
Wait.
Now, anything that's Cal is just, that's my owner. W owner. So it's the greatest reband in history.
Yeah.